I'm Davey. I'm awesome. Welcome to the Comic Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos, and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. You know what you call a knight after he's been shot? Oh, holy night. So kicking things off with last week's Comic Corner, Scrooge dad jokes. The first comment was by Daniel De Leon, who, yet again, posted a dad joke that I had made in that very video. So we're skipping it. My brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, McDonald's needs to bring back the grilled onion cheddar burger. Okay, I never really tried that one. But that one I can understand them not always having. Because to make that, they have to have cheddar cheese, which is not always on the menu. Most of the time it's just American cheese. The chicken Big Mac, on the other hand, they always have Big Mac sauce. They always have lettuce, pickles, onions. They always have the buns. They always have the McChicken patties. So why get rid of it? Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, how can I have a blonde moment? I'm not blonde. Well, you were partially in this picture. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, what's the difference between a yam and a sweet potato? $2.99 a pound. Why didn't the yam go to the Australian Open? Because it was a commenter.
That's funny.
What's the difference between a sweet potato fresh out of the oven and a pig thrown off a balcony? One is a heated yam, the other is a yeeted ham. If you could be any kind of potato, what would you be? I'd be a sweet potato because I am what I am and that's all I can be. Starchy veg like sweet potatoes can help prevent a hangover. I drink, therefore I am. Did you hear about the sweet potato truck that crashed on the interstate? It caused a huge traffic jam. All the more reason to like yams. Then Daniel De Leon decided to come back and make some dad jokes of his own, commenting, do snow globes ever get scared? No, but occasionally they get shaken. Why does the Grinch enjoy gardening? He's got a green thumb. Where do you find a reindeer? I don't know, depends on where you left him. Then Jay McCool commented, you should review the Home Alone movies. Thought about it, and who knows, maybe in the future the film bestie and I might do the first two, but I'm definitely not doing all of them, because then I'd have to sit through all those terrible sequels. They really should have stopped after the second one. Then Jay McCool commented, you should remind everyone that the same guy bashing the chicken Big Mac is the same guy who goes nuts over sardines and fruitcake. Valid point, Jay. Valid point. Then Jay McCool commented, why didn't Scrooge do well in school? He was too cheap to pay attention. Then Jay McCool commented, I think your coffee got cold. It did, in fact, yes. What's good King Wenceslas' favorite type of pizza? Deep pan, crisp and even. Then on my David's Awesome Stories, Strange Christmas Traditions, where I talked about some strange traditions from other countries on how they celebrate Christmas. My brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, people just don't get my Christmas tradition. A night of eggnog, Christmas classics, and anything involving, and then we don't need the rest of that comment. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, that log hitting tradition sounds awesome. I don't know, in my opinion it sounds messy. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, dude, we in America have Mr. Hanky the Christmas poop. And you question their tradition? Mr. Hanky's not a tradition, though. That's just a character in a cartoon. We don't celebrate Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo. Most people don't know the song Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo. I do. Because again, it's just something from South Park. This is something that in that city, they all do. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, gee, I wonder what J Spud's Christmas traditions are. Well, your alter ego is supposedly Jewish, so I don't think he has any Christmas traditions. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I heard in Ukraine, artificial spider webs are placed in Christmas trees to commemorate a widow and her children who couldn't afford decorations. Yeah, that was one of the traditions I saw. I just didn't think it was that interesting. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I also heard something from Mule Cat Iceland, a scary character who eats children who haven't worked hard enough or are wearing old clothes. Yeah, Yule Cat's a thing in Iceland. It's a Christmas thing. But that's, again, not really a tradition. That's just a myth. Kind of like, Krampus in Germany is a myth. Not really a tradition. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I never knew that Japan had a holiday that families had KFC for Christmas. Now I want some KFC. I don't. KFC has gotten gross. Because, like I mentioned in the video, they do still put the Lebanon herbs and spices in there so that they legally can advertise that they do. But they have admitted it. You can look it up. They now put a very small amount. I haven't been to KFC in years because a few years ago, I went once and just thought maybe I just had a bad experience. Went another time. Again, went, okay, maybe it's just this KFC. Went to a different KFC and it was the same thing. The chicken is so bland now. Because now they're putting very, very tiny amounts of the 11 herbs and spices. They've admitted to this, that they're doing that just to save a buck. Until they fix that, I won't go to KFC. Then, as my brother alluded to, J Spud commented, oh dear my, oh man, I would love to share my holiday traditions with you good people. Thank you, Film Bestie. You are not only so handsome, but so manly too. Tracksuit hasn't been able to hardly thread a needle since she saw you on this channel. Anyway, on to my family traditions. They're awful. My uncle wouldn't let us celebrate Hanukkah because he can't stand lit candles, toys that spin, events that last more than a day, and whiny Semitics. My mother never let us celebrate Christmas because my sister is afraid of Rudolph. Plus, the years we tried, my brother would use the stockings while watching women swimming in the movie Cocoon. This year, however, Nunchucks wants to get donut holes and throw them at the Salvation Army collectors before making mall Santas uncomfortable by making orca noises while sitting on their laps. I'm afraid of my workplace Secret Santa gift exchange, as not only does it make no sense as we are all Jewish with one Scientologist in the mix, but the gifts I end up with are always prepaid gift cards to visit Dr. Kevorkian. Holidays are a mess around here. Oh well. Do you have any horrible holiday traditions? It seems like every year that I've been doing YouTube, the messed up holiday tradition is I have to read something from you. Then Jay McCool commented, how about instead of KF Christmas, we just love that Christmas from Popeyes? I think that's what you were doing. And I am okay with that. Popeye's chicken still has flavor. Then Jay McCool commented, the Film Bestie Christmas tradition. You leave out a beer for the bestie, and he leaves you a B movie. Beers! I think he'd get behind that. Then Jay McCool commented, my family did Kagatillo. Those gifts stink. I thought about doing Kagatillo here, but then my kids would be like, man, these gifts are crap. They'd be like, Dad, you ruined it. Christmas is flushed. Other poop puns. As a parent, you know what our favorite Christmas carol is? Silent Night. Then, on my Davey's Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed NXT Deadline 2024, Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I liked the opening match where Obafemi is now the number one contender for the NXT Championship, and the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge where Julia earns a title shot for the NXT Women's Championship. Yeah, as usual, you're on board with literally everybody else. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I think NXT Deadline is pretty good, but the only highlights were the men's and women's Iron Challenge matches. The rest were just filler, like you said. Yeah, like I said. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I really hope Obafemi gets called up to the main roster, because he has the potential to become a main eventer or become the WWE champion. But not yet. No, not yet. I think first he needs to win the NXT title, dominate there for a while, then move up to the main roster, and I think he could be the top heel in the company. Then Jay McCool commented, it was okay, but that sums up all NXT PLEs. They're okay. I'd say because of the Iron Survivor challenges, this was a little bit more than okay, but I get you because, yeah, lately they are just okay. And they seem to emphasize like one or two matches and then just put filler in there. Then Jay McCool commented, seriously, stop trying to mix wrestling with MMA. 100%. Stop it. But, like I've talked about before, it kind of reminds me of the 80s when boxing was really popular and wrestling, so they were trying to constantly mix the two things and it never worked. I agree with you. Just stop. Let them be two separate things. You know what sheep sing during Christmas? All I want for Christmas is you. Then on my Davy's Awesome Movies, where I reviewed Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, my brother Josh the Film Bestie commented, dude, 2014 was 10 years ago. Very good. Then my brother Josh the Film Bestie commented, I always wonder if anyone eats the Child Seeker pizza from To Catch a Predator. Movies and television waste so much food. I don't remember them ever eating the pizza. I remember occasionally them asking if they could have a drink of the sweet tea that was always there, and usually they'd find out it was gross and warm having sat there for God knows how long. Then my brother Josh, the Film Bestie, commented, you made fetch happen! Yay! No, I didn't. Nothing can make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. Then my brother Josh, the Film Bestie, commented, leave the cats alone! Tell them to leave me alone! Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I like this movie too because it's a different type of Christmas movie where yes, even though I don't like cats, but when watching this movie, I like to talk trash about, just like you said in your movie review. It's not what I said. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, it feels like almost 14 years ago when Grumpy Cat died, and I still have no idea if people still watch this movie, even though it's available on Tubi. I'm pretty sure they do. Some people really did like this movie. And it wasn't almost 14 years ago. It was 6 years ago that she died. Then Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I watched your older story videos where you talked about cats, and yeah, I agree. My family isn't used to having cats. We just prefer dogs better. Well, dogs are better. They appreciate you. Cats don't. Then Jay McCool commented, thanks. Now I want Cinnabon. I always want Cinnabon. You don't even have to ask me that. Like, you don't have to be like, hey, you want to go to Cinnabon? Just say, hey, let's go to Cinnabon. Then Jay McCool commented, I love how you pointed out that almost all Lifetime movies are the same. Well, they pretty much are. This was like the most original Lifetime movie. Most Lifetime movies have the same 4 plots. They're trying to take my baby because they think they can raise it better. I have an eating disorder. I'm in an abusive relationship. Or I grew up being ridiculously abused. Then Jay McCool commented, I love this movie. It's fun. But I also got to admit, I love cats. What sucks about that is I'm very allergic to cats. But I wish I could have one. Well, on the plus side, Jay, they do have hypoallergenic cats. So you could get one. But on the bad side, then you'd have a cat. You know what a dog sings during Christmas? Bark the herald angels sing. That's enough. So there you have it. That's the Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post the videos. And leave a comment of your own that I can respond to in my next Comic Corner, which will actually not be next week. This week, I will be uploading as normal, but next week is Christmas week. I'm going to be taking that week off. I'll be back the week after that. Love you guys.